Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the next chapter, chapter 6, real numbers and orders. Real numbers and orders. Here, the first idea, we are going to discuss the order of operations. We are going to discuss the order of operation. What is the meaning of order of operation? I am having set of arithmetic operation in which order I have to perform the operation. I have multiplication, I have division, I have power, I have bracket. How I am going to perform, in which order we are going to perform the operation. Here we are going to introduce the theory called Bodmer's rule. What is the meaning of Bodmer's? B, nothing but bracket, O, order, D, division, M, multiplication, A, addition, and S, subtraction. So whenever I am having the set of operations, I am going to check whether we have the bracket, we have the order or power, we have the division, do we have the multiplication, addition, and subtraction. We are going to perform in this order. Let me discuss a sample problem using the order of operation evaluate. Using the order of operation evaluate. Let me check a sample problem. For example, 4 multiply 3 squared plus 7 minus 2 plus 8. Here we have to check with respect to the order of operation. First we have to perform the bracket. Then we have to perform the power and so on. I am going to check what is this one. I am having the bracket. I am going to simplify the bracket first. So this is 4 multiply 3 squared plus 7 minus what is 2 plus 8? 10. So first we perform the bracket. Next I am going to check what operation we have. We are having the power. So I am going to check what is the value of power. What is 3 squared? So this is 4 multiply 3 is 9 plus 7 minus 10. So we perform the next operation order. Next, I am going to check, do we have division? There is no division in this. We are having the multiplication. So I am going to find, or I am going to perform the operation multiplication. What is 4 multiply 9? This is 36. So 36 plus 7 minus 10. So we are going to take the multiplication. Then I am going to check BODMAS, BODM. Multiplication is finished. Next, I have performed addition. Then what is the value of addition? 36 plus 7. So what is 36 plus 7? This is 43 minus 10. Now I am having only one operation called the minus. So 43 minus 10 is nothing but 33. So whenever the given set of operation or given set of arithmetic operation, we are going to perform with respect to Bodmer's theory. We are going to perform the operation with respect to Bodmer's theory. Let me discuss one more problem using the order of operation evaluate. 2 multiply 8 minus 12 minus 11 multiply 4 minus 5 whole divided by 5 multiply 2 multiply 3 minus 3 multiply 6 divided by 3. So first I am going to take the denominator and numerator. We have two separate operations. One is the denominator and the numerator. So this is the denominator and this is the numerator. First I am going to perform the operations in the numerator and then I am going to perform the operations in the denominator. We are having the bracket in all the places. So first I am going to apply the bracket. What will be this? This is 2 multiply. What is 8 minus 12? Minus 4. 11 multiply 4 minus 5 is minus 1. 5 multiply 2 multiply 3 is 6. Minus 3 multiply 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now I am going to simplify this. So what is 2 multiply minus 4? This is minus 8. Minus 11 multiply minus 1. This is plus 11. 5 multiply 6 is 30. 3 multiply 2, 6. So I am going to check again the operation. Minus 8 plus 11 is 3. Minus 30. 30 minus 6, 24. So this is finally I am going to divide the numerator and denominator by 3. 1 time, this is 8 times. So the overall value is 1 by 8. This is called order of operation. This is called order of operation. The next idea we are going to discuss about the rational number. When we discussed the previous chapters, We said the meaning of rational number is nothing but expressing the number in P by Q form. Any number that can be written in P by Q form, that is in numerator and denominator, then they are called rational number. Here I am having 0.78 bar. What is the meaning of bar? This is called repeated integers or repeated digits. Here 78 is repeated again and again. When you say 78 bar, 78 is repeated again and again. So I am going to take the number x is equal to 0.78. The meaning is nothing but 0.78, 78, 78, 78 and infinitely it is going up. I am going to assume this equation as 1. Here, two digits are repeated. 78, two digits are repeated. So, I am going to multiply by 100. If one digit is repeated, I am going to multiply by 10. If two digits, I am going to multiply by 100. If three digits, I am going to multiply by 1000 and so on. So, when I multiply x and 0.78877878 by 100, this will become 100x. I will move two digits to the left hand side, 0.78 my 0.787878 and so on. Now I am going to find what is 2 minus 1. I am going to subtract 100x minus x. So what will be the answer now? 100x minus x is equal to 78 minus 0. Because here after the decimal point, whatever the numbers we have, they are repeated digits. So they will get cancelled. 78, 78, 78 will get cancelled. So we will have on the right side 78 minus 0. This is only 78 now. So 100x minus x is nothing but 99x equal 78. I am going to divide by 99 both the sides. So x is equal to 78 by 99. Still we can simplify this because we know that very well the numbers are divisible by 3. So I am going to simplify. On simplification, x is equal to, I am going to divide 78 by 3. This will become 26. I am going to divide 99 by 3. This is 30. So the basic idea, when we are having a number, we are going to represent the number in P by Q form. This is called rational expression. This is called rational expression. Let me discuss one more problem in the same idea. Express the rational number 0.125 bar. What is the meaning of this? Here the three digits are repeated, 125, 125, 125, 125. This 125 is repeated again and again. So I am going to take x is equal to 0.125 bar. So what is the meaning of this? 0.125, 125, 125 and so on. I am going to take this as equation 1. Here three digits are repeated. So I am going to multiply by 1000. So what is the meaning of this? This is 1000x. Equal 125. I am going to move three digits to the left hand side and I am going to keep the other digits 125, 125, 125 and so on. I am going to subtract 2 minus 1. Second equation minus first equation. So 1000x minus x equal, this is 125 is repeated. So the values after the decimal point will get cancelled. 125 minus 0. This is 125. So this is 999x is equal to 125. I am going to divide by 999 both the sides. So this will become 999 divided by 125. X is equal to 125 divided by 999. We cannot simplify further. So we are going to keep it in the same form. X is equal to 125 divided by 9. This is called expressing the number in rational number. Expressing the number as rational number. Next, we are going to discuss about the surd. This is also you discuss in foundation level. Just we are going to refresh the idea. For example, I am having 2 root 48 minus root 3. The idea is that I am going to simplify the root into the smallest form. We are going to simplify the root into the smallest form. 2 root 48 minus root 3. How I can write 48? 48 can be written as 63 multiplied by 3 minus root 3. So here we can find the root for 16. So the root of 16 is nothing but 4 root 3 minus root 3. So 2 multiply 4 is 8 root 3 minus root 3. 8 root 3 minus root 3 is nothing but 7 root 3. So take the number, check the numbers inside the root and make it into the smallest form and then finally simplify. And finally simplify. Already you discussed this in foundation. So this time we are going to discuss another problem, the same idea. 2 root 27 minus root 300. I am having two numbers, one is 27, one is root 300. I am going to simplify them into the simplest form or the least form. So how I can write 27? This is 2 root 27 minus root 300, isn't it? So how I can simplify 27? 27 can be written as 9 multiply 3, isn't it? 2 root 27 is nothing but 9 multiply 3 minus 300. How I can write 300? 300 is nothing but 100 multiply 3, isn't it? Now I am going to find the root. So this is 2 multiply 9 is nothing but 3 root 3 minus 100 is nothing but 10, isn't it? Root of 100 is nothing but 10 root 3. Now 2 multiply 3 is 6 root 3 minus 10 root 3, isn't it? So now I am going to simplify. What is 6 root 3 minus 10 root 3? What is 6 root 3 minus 10 root 3? This is minus 4 root 3. So the basic idea, take the numbers inside the root, simplify them into the smallest form and then simplify. Simplify them into the smallest form and then perform the operations. This is called simplification. The last idea of this chapter, we are going to discuss about the percentage. What is the meaning of percentage? Percentage is nothing but expressing the values in 100. X percent, when I say X percent, this is nothing but X by 100. X by 100. This also already we discussed. Just I am going to give you some problem. What is 35% of 500? What is the meaning of this? The meaning of 35% is nothing but this is 35 by 100 of 500. That means 35 by 100 multiplied by 500. Isn't it? So I am going to check the answer. What is 35% of 500? So 35% of 500 is nothing but 35 by 100 multiplied by 500. I am going to simplify this 500, 100, so this will become 5. 35 multiplied 5 is nothing but 175. Understand the idea? The same idea, let me discuss one more problem, but in the different form. What percent of 35 is 135? Here they gave you the percentage and they gave you the number and we found the value. But here they are asking to find the percentage. They gave you the number and they gave you the value. So what is the meaning of this? What is this? I am going to take the percentage as X. That means it is given X percent of 35 is 135. How I can write this? This is X divided by 100 multiply 35 is 135. I am going to simplify this. That means this is X equal. I am going to take the numbers to the opposite side. 135 multiply by 100 over 35. Now I am going to simplify this. This is 450 percentage. This is 450 percentage. Let me define the other idea also. What is 5% of what number is 38? 5% of what number is 38? That means here we are going to find the number. So I am going to take the number as X. That means 5% of X is equal to 38. So that means 5 by 100 multiply X is equal to 38. I am going to simplify this. So X is equal to 38 multiplied by 100 divided by 5. So what is the final simplification? X is equal to, using the calculator, you can simplify this or you can simplify in any other means. So this is 760. So understand the idea.